Do you desire to create a life where you live out your highest expression? Connect with other creative souls also living life and doing business to the beat of their own drum? I am Marie-Nicole and I am devoted to combining beauty, uniqueness and connection in everyday living experiences. As a creative professional and Dharma coach, I help people connect to the truth of who they are and facilitate them in embodying their uniqueness. I am also a mother of two precious young men and with children in tow have established and run unique businesses and embraced opportunities that have contributed to my creative career while creating magical memories for them too. It is my hope that this podcast inspires you to live life on your terms and earn your income through being uniquely you. After all, it is the unique thread we each contribute to the collective tapestry that creates the whole. Today's episode 60, marks the beginning of Season 4. When I started this podcast almost 3 years ago, I started with producing fortnightly episodes in both video and audio formats. I loved the process so much and the feedback I was receiving to those who were listening and watching about how it was serving them, which is exactly what I hoped it would do. So I shifted to producing them weekly. I did take an unplanned hiatus while navigating my way through the transition of having a commercial space at the hub of my business offerings to having to close that space due to changes in my personal circumstances. I've shared lots of information on that aspect of my journey if you wish to go back to previous episodes and listen to that. But because I was really missing producing episodes and I felt like it was a part of what I was here to do in service of the collective, I made the decision there was really no better time to start again than now. So I just started. This was back in July. And with no idea how I would fit it into my hectic single mum schedule, but just felt it was necessary. In this particular episode, I want to share an activity with you to help you clarify what success and prosperity looks like for you personally, keeping in mind that how it looks and feels for you will be just as unique as the talents and skills that you have to share with the collective. One thing that I have found really helpful in diving into my gene keys, especially delving into the Pearl sequence, which is about prosperity, was understanding how the lines in each of the spheres, and in this case the Pearl sphere, helps us to see what our role is in the collective when it comes to the influence and impact we are here to contribute to the greater good of all. If you're a line 1, then working on your own to help solve problems to share with the collective is what serves you and others. But if you're a line 5, then being tucked away is not where you best serve the collective. Now, I'm a line 5 in that sphere, so learning this made so much sense to me as to why I've been yearning to spread my wings and fly, rather than be tucked away in my nest. I do love time to myself, and I am happy to work alone, but I also love to be amongst other people and work alongside others. But this is only one component of what makes up the complexity of us as individuals. My version of success and prosperity will not look the same as yours, which is why if we think we need to follow someone else's way of operating to reach so-called success, and it doesn't align with who we are and how we're here to serve, then we end up burning ourselves out or suffering in silence while we wither away our gifts, staying tucked away when we're here to be out sharing our inner essence brightly in the world. Before we go too much deeper into why there will never be a better time to start taking steps towards realizing our bigger picture vision and purpose, I want to let you know, especially if you're new to this podcast, that I have had the honour of supporting micro and small business owners as a coach in the Digital Solutions Program. My focus in that role is to guide business owners in creating an enjoyable, sustainable digital presence for their business that does not consume their days, especially supportive habits and practices to create some consistency in their digital presence. If this could be of service to you, then I encourage you to make the most of this heavily government-funded program that I contribute to as a coach. So if you are in New South Wales, Australia, have an ABN and run a for-profit micro or small business, make the most of the limited time offer of only paying a small fee of $45 plus GST. When you select the All Access option, you receive up to 4 hours of one-to-one coaching, focusing specifically on your needs in the digital space. The $45 does not equate to the value of the service. My 25 plus years of experience in business, alchemized with my coaching certification, is what enables me as a coach to shortcut the learning process for clients through this program. And signing up to the program through my affiliate link, choosing the All Access option, you'll also be supporting the production of this podcast, as I will receive a small fee for bringing you into the program. To register for the program, simply click on the links provided in the show notes. Now, if you are not in New South Wales, let alone Australia, I am about to share an option for you, a beautiful, nurturing way to be supported that is not just about your digital presence, but rather supporting you professionally and personally in business and life. But first, let's get back to today's episode topic. When I relaunched the podcast back in July with episode 40, I expressed how I was moving from being a planner to getting comfortable with leaning into the unknown. I had no idea the can of worms I was opening up at that time. Soon after publishing that episode, life took me through a series of changes that pretty quickly got me comfortable with leaning into the unknown. Now, for the last 3 years, I have been relying heavily on practices that are supportive to me thriving rather than merely surviving. The changes I have been navigating through could very easily have sent me into a pit of despair, giving up on my dreams, especially after closing my commercial space that I had worked so hard to build from the ground up, carried through the challenges of the pandemic, supporting a beautiful local community and beyond, which at the time felt like I was living my purpose and operating from my highest aligned place. However, life had other ideas unknown to me. Trusting in the process has been essential throughout this journey, as well as ensuring that I connect with my internal guidance system to walk my unique path, so I could continue to contribute my unique thread to the collective tapestry, rather than get caught up in unsupportive practices and ways of being just to simply get by. Trying to decide when the right time to do anything can be overwhelming at the best of times, let alone during uncertain times, which is why connecting to our truth is so important, making decisions from that place of alignment rather than fear. What life was showing me was that there was never a better time, not later, when fill in the blank. The best time to start anything we desire to realize for ourselves is now. Whatever it is you have been putting off until later, when you will have more time, money, less commitments, more confidence to show up, all of that is fanciful thinking. There is never a better time or perfect time. There is only now, and what we choose to do with the time we have now is what enables us to realize our dreams, or not. We build confidence and capacity by taking action. Make mistakes, embarrassing ourselves, getting up from falling flat on our face, dusting ourselves off and going at it again, testing, tweaking, learning, committing ourselves to improve in every way possible, even if it's just 1% improvement each time. We don't reach our goals and realize our dreams by waiting for the elusive right time to appear. So rather than wait any longer to do what it is you have been putting off, I'd like to encourage you to start now, even if it's just in a small way. The bigger picture of our life is made up of all the little decisions we make, the micro steps we take. Whether or not you start now or later, it is still going to require time, the process of trying, tweaking, learning, trying again. It's a process of rinse and repeat. Mastery does not come from inaction. We certainly do not show up the first time and do something and suddenly become a master at it. Mastery requires dedication and devotion to growing, expanding, and refining. So you might as well start taking micro steps now. Every step you do take will get you closer to realizing the goals and bigger picture dreams. This week I launched a new offering. Yep, in the busiest time of year. Why? for the very reason that I truly believe there is no better time to start than now. This offering is perfect for helping you be more discerning in what to say yes to and no to. When we are busy is exactly when we need to exercise that muscle of discernment even more. When we feel lost, stretched, weary, is when we need to make the most discerning choices to improve our situation and to get us out of that stuck place we find ourselves in. No one else can move you forward. They can support you with encouragement and suggestions, but in the end, it's you that needs to take the steps to move in the direction you wish to go. Once we make the decision to create the life we desire and stop putting it off until later, we learn to focus on what aligns with our desired outcomes. And this time of year is when we can easily be led into doing things that are not supportive for us reaching our overall goals, and get sidetracked by something while enticing in the moment may end up being just another reason we didn't take action on what we truly wanted to create for ourselves, leaving us exactly where we don't wish to be, still thinking about our potential but not really taking action on realizing our full potential. It's okay to say no to things that don't serve us and don't align with our vision. In order to reach our bigger picture dreams and long-term visions for our life, we actually need to make decisions that support us in achieving that. If we desire to live with more vitality, we cannot achieve that by continually making choices that leave us feeling depleted, which is where being discerning becomes essential for moving towards our desires, rather than constantly viewing them as a distant vision we will start making our way towards someday. Every day you put off working towards your dreams is another missed opportunity to take the incremental steps that actually enable us to realize them. The new offering I have just launched is the Creator's Nest Soaring membership. Supporting others grow and thrive in their creative professional journey and life is my intention with this membership offering. If you are a mother as well as a solopreneur, I know it can be hard to create space and take care of your own needs, but your children will benefit from you doing so. Even if you're not a mum, the flow-on effect of maintaining our centre in disorienting times positively impacts those in our community and connections. For those who decide to join, know that throughout our journey together, we will continually connect back to the bigger picture vision of our lives, assess whether or not the way we are moving through our days is supportive of that, or if we've strayed off our path. Shifting from doing what we think we should do to choosing to spend our days in ways that is supportive of us thriving instead of merely surviving. When we focus on the reasons why we can't realize our dreams, we drag out the process of that becoming our reality sooner. Because we unknowingly create blocks for ourselves realizing our potential. Having the support of others along that journey of realizing our potential makes it even more enjoyable and possible to get where we wish to go sooner, which is what I hope this membership offering will provide for you should you choose to join. The cost to join is only $33 a month. There is no time frame commitment attached to this, other than the time slots that I will be showing up to open up a portal for us to connect with ourselves and each other, as well as giving you prompts in between to engage in between sessions. This will be an opportunity to join and journey alongside others navigating their way through creating their own pathway to their version of success too. And if you feel it doesn't serve your needs, then the option to quietly step away is there too, with no hard feelings. I want this to be a supportive, nurturing space for those who attend. This journey together will be created taking inspiration and guidance from the cycles of the moon. For those operating in a female body, our hormonal cycle matches that of the 28-day cycle of the moon, with each phase and stage offering different energetics for us to work with. For those not going through the 28-day menstrual cycle, working in a cyclical manner can still be supportive as it helps cover all the aspects of what needs to be done over the course of each month to achieve the goals we set for that month. So if this resonates with you and you would like to know more about how to join me on this journey, I have included a link to another video that explains more about what it involves, as well as a link directly to the membership portal to sign up right away. Even if you don't decide to join me, I would still like to inspire you to look at what you can do right now in order to start taking those incremental steps towards realizing your dreams. There is an activity I'm setting for those who join membership, even before we begin our journey together, to help bring some clarity to what they wish to realize for their bigger picture vision. And so I'd like to share that activity with you too. Reaching business life and goals is not just about ticking boxes and achieving financial results. It's also about living in harmony and flow and enjoying ourselves along the way. To do this activity, I suggest you take out a journal and write down the answers to these 7 key questions. Just free write, let whatever comes through flow onto the pages. The first question is, what's your bigger picture vision for your life? What does success look like to you? Where are you living? Who are you working with, both in terms of a team that you're working with or clients? The second question is, in your version of success, how would you be spending your days? How many hours would you be working on your business? What would you be doing in the other hours of the day? This is looking at your life and the way you live, not just how much money you bring in and how many clients you serve, but how you live that is in alignment with your values. The third question is, what are your core values? What are your non-negotiables? What are you not willing to compromise on? What principles do you live by? What is essential for you to feel like you're living your highest expression of self? The fourth question is, how much time do you wish to take off from working? Is it one big holiday a year, or is it a series of micro adventures taking off to explore every 4 to 6 weeks? The fifth question is, how much do you need to earn each week to meet the base level of your dream life, accounting for the times that you wish to not be working? And the sixth question, how much money would you like to have available to you as your fire fund, in case you have to stop work for a period of time due to some unforeseen circumstances? For now, I'd like you to just have these numbers in mind. You don't need to know exactly how you will reach these numbers. You just want to be aware of them. The last question, the seventh question, is, what is your mission behind the work you wish to do in service to the collective? Not just what you want for your own life and lifestyle, but what impact do you wish to have on those who come into contact with your work? What is the legacy you wish to leave behind? By journaling on these questions, you will start to clarify in your mind what you should say yes to and no to. If something does not align with your values or serve your bigger picture vision, if it doesn't align with your mission, or it doesn't serve what's essential for you to live your highest expression, then passing things through these filters makes it a lot easier to gain clarity on what to take action on and what to gracefully bow out of or step away from. If after making time to do this activity, you feel like you would actually benefit from joining me in the Soaring membership, so you can be supported in actually creating the life you desire in a community that fosters thriving in each individual's unique journey, then don't hesitate to sign up. But if you choose to just continue to follow this podcast and take the inspiration and insights from there, then I encourage you to continue doing that too. On that note, thank you for staying to the end of this episode. I would really love to hear any insights or inspirations that were activated in you, and would really appreciate if you left a review expressing how this podcast has been supportive to you in your journey of living your life and doing business to your own beat. So until next week, enjoy finding clarity in what success and prosperity looks like for you, and I look forward to drumming, dancing, or soaring alongside of you.